At first glance, the line seems barbaric, heartless, unforgivable. And yet, behind that cold calculation lies a revelation so bitter that most men spend their entire lives running from it. For what man dares to speak the truth when it threatens to sever him from the warmth of comfort? What man can look upon love and still choose war? Napoleon could. Not because he was cruel, but because he was awake. He did not live in illusions. He bled for reality. And what he saw was this: the path to greatness is not built with tenderness. It is forged in fire, and that fire burns away everything that cannot follow. At first, he loved her, Josephine. Wrote her letters like a poet, wept in silence like a boy, begged like a man who had not yet learned that greatness and love do not walk hand in hand. She betrayed him, not just with her body, but with her indifference. While he built empires, she entertained distraction. While he dreamed of conquest, she craved presence. She needed a man available, and he was already married, to vision, to duty, to destiny. That was the first crack. The realization that not all women admire greatness. Some fear it, because greatness does not submit. It does not pause to be validated. It does not ask permission to rise. And what most women crave, whether they know it or not, is not the fire, but the hearth. Not the storm, but the shelter. A mediocre man offers no threat. He is safe. He orbits her world. He defines himself by her gaze. He does not disappear into obsession. He does not burn at 3 a.m. chasing something eternal. He is there. Always. And that makes him desirable, not for his substance, but for his compliance. Because to choose a man of fire is to accept the risk of being burned. And most are not willing. Napoleon saw this, felt it in his bones, understood that for all the songs written about love, most people still choose comfort over chaos, predictability over power, presence over purpose. So he reduced it, stripped the illusion bare. Woman, biologically essential, emotionally elusive. He did not say it in hate. He said it in truth. He had loved. He had lost. And in the ruins of that loss, he built clarity. Because the deeper a man falls into destiny, the more he is forced to walk alone. Not because he rejects intimacy, but because intimacy begins to reject him. Look around. The world claims to celebrate greatness, but only the version it can contain. The charming artist, the eloquent CEO, the warrior with a romantic streak. But the real ones, the men who vanish into vision, who forget birthdays chasing revolutions, who skip dinner to shape empires, those men terrify people. Especially the ones who claim to love them. Women say they want a powerful man, but what they often mean is a powerful man who makes them the center of his life. And that is not power. That is performance. Real power threatens stability. It is unpredictable. It demands sacrifice. It disrupts the script. And so she chooses the manageable man, the kind man, the available man, and tells herself she chose well. Napoleon understood the ache of this, the contradiction, the tragedy. He could command nations, but not affection. He could win wars, but not warmth. Even in his letters, we see it. A man who conquered the world, reduced to pleading for loyalty. And what did he get in return? Betrayal. Because power does not seduce the heart the way predictability does. Greatness evokes awe, but not always devotion. Women may admire the fire from afar, but they marry the warmth of something they can hold. The modern man still doesn't get this. He thinks success equals love. He thinks that if he just earns more, becomes more, proves more, she will finally see him. But Napoleon would laugh. Because the brutal truth is this: the more exceptional you become, the more alone you will be. Not because you're unworthy of love, but because love, as most understand it, is not designed for the exceptional. It is designed for the familiar, the safe, the shared. Greatness does not share. Greatness demands. And that demand pushes people away. It exposes their fear, their smallness, their hidden desire to be worshipped, not challenged. This is why women, subconsciously or not, are drawn to men who orbit them. Because to be the sun in someone else's universe is intoxicating, and the man of vision cannot give them that. He is not orbiting, he is ascending, and his ascent makes him untouchable, uncomfortable, uncontainable. That is not romantic. That is threatening. Napoleon lived this contradiction. He was not cold. He was consumed. He did not lack emotion. He lacked the time to manage another's. He did not avoid love. He outgrew what passed for it. And this is the part no one wants to admit. The higher you climb, the fewer hands can hold you, because your altitude becomes a mirror. Your silence becomes criticism. Your focus becomes distance. And your ambition, no matter how noble, becomes an offense to those who settled. You remind them of what they could have been, of what they gave up, of what they fear, and that resentment kills love faster than betrayal. So what do? They leave, or worse, they stay and punish you for your mission. They guilt you for your solitude. They call your silence cold, your clarity arrogance, your purpose selfish. But men like Napoleon were not born to coddle. They were born to shape the bones of history. And history is not built by men who ask for permission to work late. History is not written by men who pause their vision to validate someone's insecurity. It is written by the obsessed, the exiled, the men too dangerous to be loved, too committed to be contained. Napoleon did not hate women. He simply outgrew the illusion that love alone could sustain a man whose soul was ablaze with purpose. He realized what most men never will, that love, in its most popular form, is conditional. It requires you to soften, to yield, to stay within reach. But greatness demands the opposite. It requires distance, sacrifice, periods of madness, silence, discomfort. And most relationships cannot survive that storm. So he chose empire. He chose vision. He chose to be misunderstood. Because the alternative was to shrink, to clip his wings in exchange for warmth. And warmth without flight was death. Every man who has ever built something eternal understands this. He knows the trade. He has felt it. To give everything to a mission and return home to be punished for absence, not praised for sacrifice. To be questioned, not supported. To be seen as distant, not devoted. And in those moments, he learns a brutal law. Your greatness will not be loved by the very people you hoped would stand beside you. They will resent it, because it reminds them of their own unlived life, their own silence, their own comfort. And they will call you selfish, because you did not make them your center. But the man of greatness does not orbit. He builds suns. He creates gravity. He bends history. And such a man, no matter how noble, is never easy to love, because he cannot be owned. He cannot be tamed. He will not be present in the way mediocrity is. He will disappear for days, for years, into obsession, into building, into becoming. And when he returns, he may have conquered the world, but he will have no one waiting at the door. This is why great men walk alone, not because they desire isolation, but because their intensity filters out the ones who cannot withstand the heat. And so they keep rising, higher, louder, sharper. They burn through lovers, through friends, through years, and what remains is the work, the legacy, the thing that will speak when they are gone. This is why Napoleon could say what he said, not because he was cruel, but because he had tried the other path. He had loved, he had bled, and he was met with betrayal, not because he failed as a man, but because his mission made him too much to hold. The world worships legacy, but rejects the loneliness it demands. The world romanticizes conquest, but shames the man who disappears to build it. They want your statue. They do not want your silence. They want your glory. They do not want your detachment. But you cannot have one without the other. Power or peace. Rarely both. Love or immortality. Pick one. And if you think you can be the exception, walk into the world with a dream so big it swallows your breath, and see who stands beside you 10 years from now. See who calls you cold for chasing the stars. See who walks away when your schedule no longer includes their whims. See who punishes you for becoming what you were born to be. Then you'll understand Napoleon. You'll understand the storm in his heart. You'll understand why he reduced love to function. Because feeling had betrayed him more deeply than any enemy. So ask yourself, do you want to be understood or remembered? Do you want to be loved for who you are, or hated for becoming what they could never match? Because if you choose the second, if you choose greatness, prepare to bury more than comfort. You will bury relationships, softness, validation. You will lose people. You will be blamed. You will be called everything but what you are. And still you must walk. You must climb. You must burn. Not because you hate love, but because your love is too big for what the world calls it. You love the vision. You love the impossible. You love the fire more than the warmth. And that is your curse and your crown. So if she didn't choose you, understand, it wasn't because you were too little. It was because you were too much, too sharp, too focused, too sovereign. She didn't leave because you lacked love. She left because you didn't need her to breathe. And that kind of man, the one who walks without leaning, is not just rare. He is terrifying, but he is also the one who bends history. He is the one they name cities after. He is the one they curse in life and praise in death. He is the one they cannot love until he is gone. And that is the price of becoming more than a man. You lose what is ordinary. You sacrifice what is soft, but you gain something else. A throne carved from your will. A silence that echoes in the halls of time. A legacy that outlives every lover who could not see you. So walk alone, burn alone, and build anyway. Because though love may fail you, destiny will not.